Hello everyone. This is Alashola Omio. Welcome for this live broadcast. Thank you for tuning in. 1 minute, guys. I'm always doing this, just trying to get the right angle. Yes, I believe I'm a giddy girl now. Right, wonderful having you guys here. This is Alashola. Today I'm going to be talking about. Thanks, guys. Wonderful having you here. How's your weekend going, guys? Mine is this morning. I've been so busy. I mean, when I said busy, I meant busy with the housework. The kids. Well, they're grown up now, but you see, weekend for family is always for me. For my, I thought today being Sunday, it would be a lot. What is it called? Less to do, but nevertheless. Anyway, don't let me. Keep going on about myself. Lovely having you guys here. Today, I'm going to be talking about. This is for because what happened is a lot of Orisha's children. Sometimes they will call me. Some it will be on emails or Alashe. When who's the Orisha of my head? When an Orisha calls you, what happens? Hi Gideon. Hi darling. Lovely to have you here. Thanks so much, darling. So as I was saying, so I thought I will come here today and talk about this topic. When an Orisha chooses you, that is, if you chosen to be like a priest or a priestess, it could be. I'm going to use my own myself as case study. My Orisha, that the one that called me. Obviously, I have a lot of Orishas, but the one that called me on this path is my Oriyoshun. I'm going to be using that just as a reference, and also. Because of a lot of people. Hello, Babalawo Nifade, lovely to have you here, Babami. Aboruboyo. So when what happens, like I said, I'm going to cite a lot of examples from me, and also from a lot of people that are wonderful people that I've met on this journey that I am. Some are quite really more senior than me, both father and mothers. And also the ones that are like my junior ones also, that are like children to me also, that they in turn call me mama, yawa, so I'm going to be citing a lot of those examples. And the reason why I'm going to kick in a bit of Yoruba here and there in this video, because when you talk about Orishas, for me, I'm originally from hello Faith, darling. Oshunwura, lovely having you here. I'll be talking a bit about your mom here today. Oshun, our mother. You see, but this video, like I said, I'm going to be citing a lot of examples because the Orisha that called, that chooses me was Oreyoshun to be her priestess. From a very, very young age, I've always known that I have this very strong spiritual connection, and then. So that wasn't even wasn't a big surprise. But I think the area where a lot of people find confusing, which I was one of them as well back then, was okay. How is it going to pan out? Which area, how is it going to be? Which role am I going to be, doing in particular? Am I going to be as a diviner? Am I going to, because when you talk about spirituality, especially the Orishas, it's a vast area, so therefore you and then most of the time, if you're not careful and you happens to fall into different wrong hands, they could sabotage the journey totally. So that's why I said, look, I'll come here today. Toya, how are you, darling? How are the kids? Lovely having you guys here. I'm talking about Orisha today. You are Omo Orisha also, and you are Omo Yamis. I can see our mother flying there, always flying high. You see, So as I said, I'm going to kick a bit of Yoruba here and there. But I mean, for you guys, you know, that are English speaking, I'll do this video. I'll do the best that I can. That you wouldn't miss nothing at all. You would. I will explain. I will make sure that, because what I'm talking here today is. I mean, I've had a lot of Omoshun or different Orishas, and then they were calling me Omoifa, oh, Alashe, you know, they said I'm Omoifa, how am I going to start my journey? Some will say I'm Omo Ogun, some will say I'm Omo Oya, some will say I'm Omo Oshun, some will say, they say, oh, my Yam is Oshorunga, how am I going to, you know, go about it? And, you know, so like I said, it was, and if you are so unlucky and you happen to fall into all of these you know, fraudsters, you know, they call them scammers, you see, they would in fact, if you're not careful, they will derail that journey totally. Some, you know, would even take it as far as turn into sexual thing, and once that happen, trust me, the little energy that you think you have got in yourself, they will take that off you also. You see, you're probably going to end up worse off than where you even started. So for me, it was a journey. When I'm talking about, for me, when I started taking this serious, I'm talking about 20 years now. But even as spiritual that I thought I was, as I mean, what would I call it? Oshun, because whichever Orisha that calls you, you know, that Orisha should be there also to support you. But you too, you have to be working, you know, toward that path. So one of the, you know, the reason why a lot of people get it mixed up is when you talk about Orisha, some will say, oh, who is the Orisha of my head? Who is my father Orisha? Who is my mother's Orisha? You see, and then when some will go to this Babalawo or they go to this Yanifa, that one will say, oh, your mother is Oshun, and the other one will say, oh, your mother is Oya. If you're not careful, they will totally, you know, the whole thing will be messed up. You wouldn't even know what you are doing, or I mean, the whole plan. So I thought, look, in this video here, I'm going to come here today and talk about it and cite my own example, use, you know, myself as a case study, and the path that I took, that I believe that if, you know, like I said, I'm not here today with the sat nav is that would have oh, this is when you get to that corner, you go straight, turn right, you can't miss it. No, because what the universe has done is they've given us Ifa, and I keep saying this because for me, my own journey, Ifa is a big part of my journey. I am proudly Omoifa. You see, I full initiation of Ifa. That's what I did. The Ifa that gave birth to me is Osalu Fogbejo Tila Aroye. You see, so for me, when that time that I said that I started taking serious, that because then Oshun will come to me, the mother will come to me. So when are you going to start? When are you going to do this? This office work you are doing, how long are you going to be doing this for? There was a time I was doing office work. I started like I would go to Italy, I will buy gold, you know, because obviously I'm not a Oshun daughter. So I buy gold from Italy, go to Valencia, buy gold, and then you come here, you sell it, you know, and then they will say to me, this is not what you said you were going to be doing. Obviously, if it's just about money you want, you can keep doing that. But if you want to fulfill your life purpose, this is not the path you should be, you know. And then because for me, when you talk about spirituality, there I was just doing it for myself, and they don't forget in Africa. I mean, I've been here now. My eldest son is he's 28, so and I had all my kids here. So, but I do go back home, you know, all the time. But as strong as that is, for me, I mean, because when they started to, you know, come up to me, when are you going to take this serious? When are you going to move forward? When are you going to start to do what you say you're going to be doing? You know, and I said, okay, all right. So for me, I thought at that time, I've not been to Igbodu to have my own Ifa, but I knew Ifa is a big part of the journey, because the role of Ifa is, according to Yoruba spirituality, is that he was there when we are all making our destiny. When we said, I'm coming on this planet, I'm reincarnated as this and that, I'm going to be this, and this is what I'm going to be doing. But for whatever reason, we sort of somehow we forget that when we get here. That is the role of Ifa. That's why they call him Elerikpin. He was there when we were making our destiny, telling our creators, this is what we are coming here to do. Once I start to do this, I should be successful. This is kind of how many kids I'm going to have. This, if I meet this kind of man, this one will just be a friend. This one, blah blah blah. So whatever, for me, it was the only person that can point you to that path. First of all is Ori. There's an Orisha we call Ori. Some in the modern world we call it our higher self, our consciousness, the seat of our consciousness. Some will call it your soul. You see, but this is an Ori. Ori is the one that said, when we are coming here, come, let's go. This is what we're going to do. So if anything is happening on this journey here, then you contact Ifa. Ifa will now ask your Ori, what's going on. You see. So whatever path that you've missed along the way, or if you are at the crossroad, then he would point you. That is, I must say this in this video, guys. If you meet a true and genuine Ifa priest or priestess, because for one, I know there's a lot of people. I'm not here I don't do my video castigating or putting people down. Oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. As far as whatever nonsense they are doing, they don't cross my path. I don't, to be honest with you, I can't be bothered. You see. But when I see my Orisha, especially my sisters and my brothers, and they're being exploited in a bad way, that always gets to me. You see. And then, so I thought, look, I'll do this video instead of me sending emails here and there, or when they're calling me, Alashola, this is what, what is it, what's that, you see. I thought, if I do this video, then I can always post it to whoever that's, coming to ask me. At least that's my own take on it. That's the way I walk my path. Like I said, everybody's path is not the same. We might have a lot of similarities, but the deeper you get into it, then you would see there are going to be a lot of differences, you see, because we all have different roles to play in this our beautiful universe, in how we can make it a better place for all of us and for all our children, you see. So everyone, we have their own different role. Just like when you have a family in the house, you see, you have the father there, you have the mother there, you have the children, we have the extended family also. Altogether, we are all family, you see. And that's how I see it also. 1 minute. Don't think I'm smoking weed here, guys. It's actually an instance. Toya, look. So you guys don't think, oh my God, Alashala, what are you doing over there, guy? Baby, why are you smoking a spliff or what? I wish I was. Anyway, as I was, hello, Sister Kemi, lovely having you here, Yami. That's our shoes, baby, there. Those are mermaids. So as I was saying that, everybody's role is different. Like I said, I will put myself as case study. But what I am allowed to do today, or what I'm not, I couldn't do, is that doesn't mean because Alashala, she's not meant to do this, or maybe I shouldn't be doing that also. No. It's just like when you are with her, some will have some kind of food that's taboo, or Igbo people they'll call it allergies. You see that some people, hello Carla. Hello, Hilda. Lovely to have you. Wonderful people here. Good to see you. I hope your weekend is going great. I can see that. As I was saying, so you have your own role, what you're meant to do. In my earliest, I will start from as young as I could remember. From when from very young age, my mom and my dad, I was born into African royal family. Over there, you have a lot of this, all the religions, group, they all come to the palace. They are all subject to Kabesi, you see. And so you have the Christians there, all these religious groups, you have the Muslims, Islam, fantastic religion, I love, the Christianity and the traditionalists, Onisha, you see. So for me, I think the one that came to me because when you are born into that kind of family, we have all the Orishas in that, they're there. So it's sometimes, yeah. Oh, thank you. Well, I'm probably going to turn myself to a blondie now then. Sister Kelly, please let me focus on this topic. Oh, God. So as I was saying, so it could be, when you, as you're growing up, for me, the one that speaks to me, that the Orishas, you see, from very young age, even the Kabiyesi, they're always calling me his mother. You see, even when I was about 5, I'll be thinking, who's your mom? I'm only a young girl. I'm only 5 years old. And then, he said to me, you are still my mother. You see. So, but what they are saying in that was, when I was born, they would do this in Africa. They would do divination of which of our ancestors has returned. You see, and that was what happened to when I was born. And that was why even all my mom's big sister, all of them, I'm talking about, they all call me their mother and their mom. I'm like, so that's how, because they see that's the ancestors. That was what Ifa told them about me. So that's the ancestor that's returned. You see. So obviously, when you even despite the fact that you are from a royal family, when you started being treated differently, I found out that I get off with a lot of stuff. Sometimes I just try to be naughty on purpose because I know they're not going to tell me off. Whereas my other cousins, if they do anything as silly as you could hear them shout, "Why are you doing that?" But me, then they don't shout at me. They just said to me, "Oh, yeah, well, why do you do that? You should know better than that." I'll be laughing. I'm thinking, I'm not your mom. You see, but as you grow up, you know why they're saying this. So I just said that so that you guys would know. So I had a bit of a clue about who I was. But but still, when I became a grown-up of myself, then I was quite aware of the gift that I have. You see, I will not stop before they happen. I don't know how I know. I just know. If something is going to happen in family tomorrow, my dream is razor blade sharp. I see like in colored where it is. You see, I sometimes when I am angry, something I get really angry, something So I started to look. Okay, these people. What are they saying about? Sometimes when I was younger, and I'll have these dreams. There was a video that I did. There was one of my mom's auntie, that passed on. But in my dream, that was the night before. I woke up in the morning, and I went to my mom. I probably was a bit around 8 or something. And I said, "Mommy, do you know your auntie?" I didn't know. Only innocent. I said, "Do you know that your auntie blah blah blah?" She said, "Yes." My father was there also. I said, "I had a dream she died." My mom said, "Shh, shh." I said, "Well, but she died." So, they said, you see, don't say that. Shade, don't say that. Just always, when you see something like that, when you wake up, you pray and say that thing will never happen. I said, "Okay, Mommy." You see, so, but then by 12 midday that day, by 12 noon, they came to our house and they said, I told my mom and dad that auntie, she had passed. So it was exactly when she passed. So I didn't know that. From that time, my mom and my dad, they called me and said to me, if I ever have any dream, if I ever said I shouldn't tell anybody outside this family, I should only tell my mom and my dad. I said, okay. And I should tell them immediately. So you start to, as a young girl, you're thinking you have friends also. And they're not like that. So they don't see what I see. You start to think, okay. So it was a confusing time for me when I came, to England to study, and obviously, I was living a young girl, a family here and everything. But, and then this, what do I call it? This psychic skill, it became more pronounced, more, you see, a lot of stuff. I can't be saying that in this video. So I said, okay, until when eventually my marriage, my relationship, I'll say that again, it affects you in so many ways. You see, my first relationship, I didn't even know what happened. I thought we were in love, blah, blah, blah. Before you know it, it was bye-bye, Tara. You see, the second one, even the second one, I was taking my time. I knew there was something what I found out in that relationship was I wasn't feeling fulfilled. You see, I wasn't. Obviously, it takes two, but I'm not going to lie that I played role in it not working also. I'm a kind of person, like, I'll say it the way it is. You see. Why? Because after we got married, I thought I would, like when you feel settled, you feel complete, you feel fulfilled, you see, because this is the person you love, and at that time, the family, it was from a royal family also, and so I thought, okay, that's it. But from when we settled in, I still continue to feel restless in myself. You see, I couldn't place why. I was just still feeling restless. He would say to me, Charles, I said, and I do love him, don't get me wrong. But it was just that it was as if there's still something that I still missing. It was still something that I still don't have. It's almost as if there's still a part of me somewhere that I was not complete. You see. So for me, that marriage, it just went, it was you can imagine, I still didn't know who I was. The marriage wasn't working, and top of that, I've got my son, very, very young. And I went back home a couple of times. My mom would come here. They would, eventually, to cut long story short, what then helped me was when I know about if I is the one that will come to the way, what's happening with me, who am I, this thing that I'm meant to be doing, what part of it do I actually belong into? Oshun, everywhere I go is Oshun, Ori Oshun. Even when I go, sometimes when I somewhere maybe they are doing other celebrations, it has to do with Orisha. The moment I walk inside, wherever they're there, they'll change the music, the tone of the music, everything will change. It will be Ore Ye, they start to chant Oshun. See, and then it was then my mom and dad told me how I was born also. Well, apparently, my mom and dad, they had this stillbirth issue and then two of our daughters, she said they had passed on. And then so before they got pregnant with me, they were going to this Yeye Oshun, and with my dad, together, the two of them, because obviously, and then, because they said that the girls that were coming are from Oshun, that, so anyway, they went there. It was this Oshun woman that was giving them herbs that I was drinking throughout, before my mom got pregnant with me, throughout my pregnancy, even when I was born. So, but then I think when I was born, my mom and dad, they stopped doing any stuff like that. You see, obviously they were like, middle class. And then you can imagine Africa about religion. You see, even though from royal family, they didn't want to see them attaching or taking their children into, all these the traditionalist or no. So that was where all the problem. And also, Oshun is not going to, she will not leave it lie low. So obviously, then what then happened is, if you are someone like that, look, it's better you go and make that peace, because look, that journey, it will be so disruptive. That's why it's best to know who we are. And I always say in my videos that before it's good we want to be the best, a scientist, astronaut, or we want to be a barrister, but you need to study who you are first before you study anything outside of you first. If you don't, you have to know what makes you tick. Who am I? Why am I doing what I do? What's my life purpose? I'm not just here to come and pay bills and have sex and be somebody's wife or somebody's husband and then just die one day. No. There's more to why we're here. You see, I'm a kind of person, I'm very curious. I want to find out what's happening. Because when you are able, this journey, it may be hard at the beginning, but I can assure you, at the end of it, it's worthwhile. Because we're talking about, you're talking about self-realization here, self-mastery. You see, when you know that, no one can tell you any rubbish about you. No one. You have this fulfillment, you have this confidence in you. You see, no one can tell you any blah rubbish about you. And that's why I so much my own spirituality. Why? Because I don't need a middle person between me and the universe. What we are doing here, we share ideas. What I sell on Alasha Labs and Spiritual, they are stuff that they're meant to it's like tool to support you on your journey. You see, It's not because of being proud. No, no, no. But asking someone to go, no, no, no. I believe we all should be able to do that. We are the one that in the better place to say you want to pray, you want to do some ritual, you want to, yeah, you should light your candle. You should be the one to light your candle. You should be the one, if whatever they are saying, then they will say that to support what you are doing. It's not that they're going to take all the power away from you. And then, you know, I just think it's crazy, to be honest with you. I don't want to derail. Anyway, so for me, it was Ifa. You see, that I found out that, okay, so I went to Igbodu. I went back home because that was what I said. A lot of nasty experience. But in this video, I will say to you guys, if on your journey, if you find, all right, darling, you're welcome. If on your journey, if you find anybody you approached, either male or female or whatever, and they're turning it to something like sexual. Somebody said you have to be Yawefa. Somebody said you have to be Yaifa. Somebody, no. They run. Just don't. In fact, block them from your phone. Don't let them block. You block them first, because they can. It's better you still have your energy intact. It could be dormant. It's waiting to be awakened. And if you do it rightly, trust me, it's fantastic. But you don't want anyone to now tamper with that energy. Some are so mean that what you have, they don't have it. They will now tap that. Usually they do it through sexual contact. They would now tap that away from you. And that's it. They will add that to whatever they've got. So that's why I said I'll come and do this video, guys. You know, it could be male or female also. We have a lot of female spiritualities. They call themselves whatever. I don't know. I'm not mentioning anybody's name. You see. So, but they would date you. They will be female. Is those men they want to tap? They want to take their energy from them, because they could see that they're still newbies on the journey, but they probably knew the potential of the power that they have in them, but they don't know yet. But this person, they could see that. You see. So that's why I said I'll come here and do this video, that protect your energy as much as possible. Don't just say, oh, that one I said that, okay, I want to do divination. If what they are saying along that path is not, they now, something else is now coming into it, such as sexual stuff or exploitation, or you have to pay this. I'm not going to diss anyone here. You have to buy this mobile phone of $5,000 for me, or you have to give me come for what? So it's. But if even if for my yummies, it's going to be stages, and that is even if you are called, because for my yummy, no anyone can go there. You see, that's another ball game totally. You see, but I'm talking here in context of Orisha. You see, so how we should not be prey, because these people are called them predators. They are like wolves. They are out there. You see, and a lot of us. That maybe you're called to this path you are on. Is that energy that's in you? For me, it was Ifa. It was when I went to Igbodu that I found out the whole essence of who I am. That was where my Orimi told me, okay, everything now, the jigsaw of what my parents, everything that I've been seeing, everything that was where it now made sense. And I said, okay, I see. You see. And from that time, there was a sense of, I think I was on my second marriage then. You see, marriage, that one was even having like, it started to have K-leg also. 1 minute, let me just have a glass of water to drink. And then, so I thought, okay, but by the time I came back with my Ifa, I knew what I was, meant to be doing, 100%. Everything added up, everything was as if something was taken off my face. You see, I could, So anyway, so let me just adjust my beautiful African hair. Check it out, guys. You guys are gonna say I'm not serious. I am. Anyways, I was saying, from that time. I started to, Oshun, obviously, I've had my Oshun now, deity, almost 20 years. You see, one day I will show you guys. It's upstairs in my room. You see, and I must say something in this video also. She was there all throughout the journey. From when I came back from Igodu, she was there. If I didn't say that in this video, that would not be fair of me. She was being, apart from my mother, very, very supportive, very, very loving. Even sometimes back then when I was confused, I would just, she would be so gentle. She would come back again and she would say, okay, don't worry. Start all over, child. You don't worry. You haven't strayed too far. That love, that really helped me. I must say that in this video, you see. And so what I then found out was my, this journey is so, I'm telling you, so powerful. My second marriage, and I found out then that sexual intercourse became a problem for me. You see, we together, it wasn't as if his thing was still working good, but it was me. I couldn't. I mean, at first I just said I didn't, because what happened was every time that we finish, I feel, where's the word? I believe I wrote it the other day. I just felt so empty every time that we will have intercourse. You see, I started to dislike him calling me darling, sweetheart, love. I would just stuff that I used to, make me happy before. I just, some reason I totally, I don't know how to say it. I started to dislike him calling me that. And then touching me, and they want to kiss me or hold me, I just push him away. I don't want to be touched like that. I don't want him to kiss me. That's what I'm saying in this video, that everybody's journey is different. So don't think because Allah Shola, that's just because what the role that we are called to do is not the same. That's just what my own requires of me to do. So I've seen a lot of Oshun priests and priestess that they are happily married, and they have intercourse. There's no problem, easy. But for me, it was totally different. So I thought, okay, what's going on here? I was still, I was then probably my late 30s or mid 30s. I wasn't coming about menopause or anything like that. I think I was probably in my early 30s actually, you see. And then so I just didn't like that anymore. So for a while we agreed we're not going to be having any sex. So we tried to work it out, but eventually you can only, for men, and I don't blame him, and for me, I eventually just felt it wasn't what I wanted anymore. That's when I know Orisha calls you. I'm telling you, things that happen to you is you would know that definitely you are. Because kissing me, a man, even not right now, a man don't come and say you want to kiss me or no. Don't even, you can be friends, hello, hi, but when it comes, no, please, you see. And then my marriage ended. I think that was over 6 years ago, and I've been celibate, and to be honest with you, I've never been happier, you see. From when eventually the marriage came to an end, which was sad. It was sad. Why? Because we have children. Obviously, the best thing you would want is to the family to stay together. So for a while there was a lot of issue that I didn't hate myself. I felt like it's why would I do this to my children? But at the same time, I was miserable in that relationship. So when you do for the house, once I don't want to be touched. In fact, I start to affect the children also. So eventually, when it came to an end, for me, I could honestly say that I felt free. I felt, I don't know, I just felt what's the word, contented. I don't know, it was like a peace, this total sense of peace. It's like almost as if, oh, thank God, I don't have to do that again, ever. You see, but don't get me, my ex, we are best of friends. you know, every time, because obviously the kids are involved, and he's not a bad person, and I'm not Madame Teresa, but I'm not a bad person either. It's just that my path, my destiny, is just is not, you know. So for me, it was like that. So for some people, maybe you are called, your Orisha called you. You don't have to be celebrated. You don't. No. It doesn't have to be like Alashola. You see, that's what I'm saying. That there may be a lot of similarities, but as you go deeper into it, you know, yeah, I felt relief. Yeah, that was it. Oh, really? Then I thought that was only me, guys. So I thought for a long time I couldn't say it out. I was just thinking. I thought, look, let me do. I'll still continue on the journey. And the more I were able to focus on, the more my life became more full. Even my ex, even up to yesterday, we still calling me, you know, I still love you. I said I love you too, but not like that. But he's always making jokes, because he said, how about you know, us going away on holiday, just me and him. I said, you're joking, or she will come after you. You see, so. And then he says sometimes that I should, it's not fair. She's my mom too. Anyway, it's good that we could see the funny side of it, because at the end of the day, I totally encourage, if you want to remarry tomorrow, more than happy. You know, even if I'm invited, I'll go there. You see, nothing. You know, for me, that wasn't for me. You see, so if just because something wasn't for me, that doesn't mean I would deprive my ex. Thank you, you know, of him not having that. Why now? You know, if you find someone tomorrow that is happy with, you know, as long as he's happy, you see. So for me, that was how it was. I just felt from when the end, I was able to focus on myself, on that path that I've been choosing to do. You see, I was so, I could focus on my business. I could focus on my children more. I don't know how, but that's how I felt, and that's how I still feel up to now. Along the way, even now, a lot of people will come to me, Alashola, you know, I just say, oh, Babami, you guys should know that don't let me donate your manhood to Shurunga. Mama Foko, you died, John. I was just joking, but obviously, I think in the circle of Isheshe, that is traditionalist, they sort of know that about me. The Alashola, no, if you go there, no, she's gonna tell you, you know. Obviously, you can, you know why. You see, so I thought I'll come here today. Whatever it is, if you feel you're that way, or maybe what am I meant to be doing, your Orisha is, you know, contacting. You can feel it, and you see, don't rush into anything. The first place of contact is, if you are someone that's already spiritual, you could have like a prayer where you ask your Ori. Say someone that you've been blessed with gift of having dreams. I meant lucid dreaming, and also, or maybe vision. You see, if you say your third eye is open, you know, and then you could do that. So when you're out there, Astra, you could ask your spirit guide. You know, the stuff like that I'm able to do now. You see, so if you are someone that has gone that far, then you could use that. You could access more info through that. If not, the best thing I recommend is to do know someone that they can do Ifa divination. Ask your Ori, you know, what am I actually doing here? What is it that I need to be doing? If you go to someone that they know what they are doing, they know what Opele is saying, or their carries, then it will not be difficult. But if they start to demand this and that, even from this divination, it shows here that you are meant to be married to Ifa priest. As a matter of fact, I'm meant to be the one. Just block the person. Trust me, that is total rubbish. Because if you don't, they probably would have sensed you've got some sort of energy in you. And then if they turn it sexual like that, and if you fall for it, I can guarantee you they will tap into that energy, that power that you have in you, that's still laying dormant, powerful nonetheless, but waiting to be awakened. They will take it off you before you even know you had it. And that's why I said the person will be even worse off than where they started. And that's why this journey is so delicate. And you know, the way you walk through it. That's why going to this babalawo, going to different. You see, you should be cautious, because if really and truly you've been called, then definitely you have some sort of amount of energy, you know, that's in you, deposited in you, that you probably you're not even aware of. And whoever you're going to go, if they have bad intention, and if they could sense that you have that in you, trust me, they will take it off you. Good, Carla. You see, if anyone, if they start to Carla, talking rubbish, yeah, you're meant to be this, just block them. Trust me, it shouldn't be like that. Divination shouldn't be, and okay, maybe you pay for the divination, whatever comes out of it. This is what, you know, it's meant to, what's this word? It's meant to shed light. Oluma, Chuma, lovely to have you here. I've been looking out for you. I said, where's my brother, for God's sake? Wonderful having you here, Chuma. I've missed you so much. I'm going to call you after this show, or you should call me also. Lovely to have you here, my darling. So as I was saying, you know, if you come across people like that, you too, you can sense that. From when they are starting to tell you what you and that was the reason why you contacted them. And if you see the way they are trying to be manipulative, the tone of they're changing the whole topic to, you know, totally away from your purpose of calling them in the first place, then you should just block them. It shouldn't be that difficult. It should not be that difficult, you know. And I'm sure a lot of men are going through, but for most of the time, the prey they're looking for are us female. You see, and that's why I said, I love you too, my darling. I'll come here today and I'll talk a bit about this. There's so many ways. If you say you're chosen by a particular Orisha, if it's Oya, if it's Oshun, or Shango, or Ogunlakaye, you know, or Olokun, they'll be there. They'll support you, but it depends on how you're going to go about it. Because definitely you're going to need Ifa to point you to the route, you know, the route you'll be taking and your role. So it's not because, okay, you get to, like I said about role earlier on, even in a family dynamics, you will have the dad, we have mom, we have, you know, everyone have what they are meant to be doing. We have the extended family also, the auntie, the uncles. Together we are all family, isn't it? But then what everyone is meant to be doing is probably going to be different. So the same thing when an Orisha has called you, if it's called you, are you meant to be the priest or priestess, or are you just meant to be a diviner, or are you meant to, what's the other thing? It could be you'll be selling it, or it could be, you know, different, you know, things you're probably meant to be doing. You see, some could just be, okay, you could be Osonyi. That's the deity of herbs and roots. It could just say to you, look, this is, and it will tell you all the secret of all these herbs. You know, that I want you to be, this is what I want you to be in charge of. You see, so it's the area is so vast that but for you to know where do I actually belong in all of this, in this role, because the universe is we together, we are all universe. But what part of it? How best am I meant to be serving my community? You see, what is it exactly that I'm meant to be doing? You see, so I believe that is, for me, that's the purpose of me doing this video. And the only route that I know, that is, if they are not ready on that journey, say you already, you know, like already, you're senior on this path, is to ask your spirit guide. You see, or if you be having lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is sort of dream that when we are dreaming, we know we are dreaming. You know, most dreams, stuff are just happening and we are helpless. We are just an observant. We're just looking, okay, this is what happened. I saw this, I saw that. But lucid dreaming, in that dream, we are aware that we are dreaming. Sorry, this dress is too heavy for me. We are aware that we are dreaming. We know we are dreaming, and we are able to ask questions, crucial questions that may help us for when we come back here. So that's why it's lucid dreaming, and that's the one we want to be having more. because whatever knowledge that we can tap from there, whatever info that we can bring up from there, that is good, then we're able to apply it to our lives and our community and our family, just to help us be a better person. And that is why lucid dreaming is more, that's the one everyone is aiming for, you see. Thanks so much, Jumo. Thank you. So that's what we're going to be talking here today, guys. I believe on Alashola, there's a blog there section. I will also blog this topic there. That puts a lot of info there also. But even still, if after this video you probably still need a bit of input, you can email me. You can WhatsApp me. I'm more than happy to help you the best that I can. In this video, I thought I'll come out here today and do the best that I can. You see, and then because for me, I believe, well, actually in the earliest stage of my journey, if I have come up across something like this, I believe it would have saved me a lot of mistakes, not mistakes, sort of, when you meet this person and they're touching rubbish, you have to get there, and then you have to go somewhere else, you see. And because why I Oshun would not leave me alone, you see. You have to do, and the yam is also, when are you going to start? Are you still going to be doing this office work? You started to sell gold now. Are you making enough profit, but you are not happy? Are you happy? All of that, you see. That's not what you are meant to be doing. You see, eventually, and they were right, because now I could see why they, like when you have children, you just want what's best for them, that will make them more happy. So that's why they were doing that. Now I know that they were right. I feel so happy in myself. I feel so fulfilled as a human being, a happy person. I could help, whatever that I have. I could help my another human being like me. Because you can only give people what you have, you see. I feel fulfilled in myself. I'm a happy being. I'm a happy soul, you see. So I thought I'll come here, guys, and share this with you guys. And I hope that whatever it is we're all meant to be doing, our path, that it will not be difficult for us. But I can guarantee you that, all the hard work you put into it, by the time you get there, you'll see that it's worthwhile. It is. At least I can say that. You see, you have this peace, you have this confidence, you have this lovely to see you guys here. You have this peace. You just have peace. When you're in bed, you sleep. When whatever you are doing, you just have this peace. I don't know how to describe it. You feel fulfilled in yourself. You see, that's how I believe I've been able to do the best that I can, guys. If not, I'll probably come and do second video. So that's what we're going to be talking about here, guys, today. It's wonderful having you here. So for all your... 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 more second. Someone is over there. Gabe? Gabriel? Okay. Gabe? Sorry, guys. Someone is... Gabriel! That's my youngest child I'm calling. I can see. Adupe for sharing this moment with us. Oh, Carla, you're welcome, my darling. How many? I thought someone was calling. Okay, thank you. All right. You're right, darling. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, I was just talking. Yeah. Love you more, baby. That's my 15-year-old. Anyway, so I thought I would come out here, and I hope I've not missed. Ifa is definitely a big, that you would need Ifa to guide you, to point you to the right direction, and even every step of the way, what am I doing now? Where am I? And you're already even sometimes when your house, you can still, there's a, what do we call it in Yoruba? You can still appease your ori. You see, some people, they will use different items. Some even just water alone, that's okay. And I'll put that up here. How you can appease your ori. It's ori. That's your higher self. It's a deity on its own, because whatever it is we're going to be in this life, it's all about our ori. If life is good, it's your ori. If life is the other way around, it's still your ori. Some people, they will go to somewhere, they will kill them. If they already, they will direct them, and they will walk there with their feet. You see, so that means they are already as body for 1 year. That means that their higher self is no longer with them. You see, so this already that we're talking about is very, very important. Whatever we're going to be in life, even if you bring the biggest glory, the ogo. Look, if you don't appease your ori, or your ori don't tell you how you're going to work it, trust me, if you're not careful, you'll meet someone on the way, and they'll tap into that glory, and they'll take it away. You see, so that's why for most of us that we call ourselves Orisha or Orisha, deity, or you have definitely you have some sort of power in you. You see, so you could not, if you like, you may not do anything about it. You see, but if your calling is something like similar to mine, there is something that you have to do. Trust me, you will not have rest until you start on that journey. You see, at least I can say that. I've been celibate now for over 6 years. I don't miss a one bit. In fact, it's like I feel so free. Every day is like Christmas. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but that's the honest truth, So I'm actually I'll talk about local maybe in my next video. That's another Orisha that I'm married to. But the way the relationship with Orisha, I'm married to Orisha, is different from the physical like we do here. You see, so that's what we're going to be talking about here today, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and then hope we all have a blessed week ahead of us. And then I hope we should also continue to to still stay stay safe. COVID is still out there. Let's continue to observe the precautions in place. Social distancing, wearing our mask, washing our hands. We all know the rest. And then it's wonderful having you guys here. So like you guys are aware, here at Alashola, we have a file for divination. But for all your other spiritual items, you could just visit our website, www.alasholaherbspiritual.com. Our phone number also is on this screen. But for divination, we do that here, fantastic. I have my carriers, I know what they are saying. I have very, trained, special babalawos, priests, that on board, on Alashola. It will say, if I would never lie to you. Orunmila is always accurate. He said, if you're at a crossroad, stuff are stagnant, you don't know, what is, then contact us at Alashola. Orunmila is there. If I will never lie, it's there to guide us. It's almost like a gentle grandfather, that could. This is the part. This is what you say you're meant to be doing. You see. So contact us at Alashola, and the rest is I'm sure some of us have incense here and there. We know how to clear our surrounding of negative energies. You see, and then we put all of this thing in place. I'm sure the journey, why we're meant to be here, is not meant to be a journey of you're just surviving. We should be living life, but it's the way we go about it. You see, all of this, when you talk of herbs, you talk of roots, you talk of crystal stones, essential, all these are living consciousness. You see, and then you see some people, I just call them ignorant, and then they say it's evil, and they say, well, continue to suffer then. That's your cup of tea. You see, some people, just because I'm not on your path, that doesn't mean I'm lost. You do you, I do mine. I go wherever my soul is, is right for me to be. You see, some people, whatever religion you're doing, I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual being. Because why? I believe I'm an energy. I'm never ending. I don't have beginning. I don't have no end. If I live here, I'm just going to keep to evolve. I'll just be evolving. That's growth. Energy never dies. You see. So that's who I am. So some people might see themselves in another area. I don't blame them. But that's me in a nutshell. It's lovely having you guys here. That's all we're going to be talking here today, guys. How do I begin? Oh, okay. Then you could That is our awuru. Yes, that's your awuru. You can do divination, Andrea. Yes, you can do divination. You can WhatsApp me on this number. My number is on this screen. You can WhatsApp me, okay? And then, you know, it's Ifa, like I said, Ifa is the one that would, you know, take it. This is it. This is it. This is that. And then we now link it to that Orisha. Okay, this is what we are meant to be doing there. For me, I'm meant to be a healer. You know, I said, okay, healer, what do you mean healer? How about my degree? What am I doing with my degree? Blah, blah, blah. You see, how about my business? All this gold I bought it from Valencia, you know, you see, but no one will force you to pack that up. By the time you feel that with everything you have, you see this emptiness there. You see, it's just, I can't describe it compared to the way my life is now. Even if I have 10 pounds, I'm happy. If I have 1 million pounds, I'm happy. I just feel at peace. I just feel fulfilled in me. You see, that's me. I can talk for myself. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just talking for, you know, that's the way it was, and that's the way it's been for me. Because I know I have the full backing of the universe. I have all the Oshun with me. My ancestors are with me. You know, Olodumare is with me. You see, I have all my original. I have my children. I just feel full. You know, I feel happy. I feel like a whole being. You see, like when you have the body, mind, soul, spirit, all in one place. You see, that's what I'm talking here, guys. I love you. I love you guys. I hope our week is gonna be a fabulous one, where we all be blessed. All this lovely stuff. Don't do what I wouldn't do though. I love you. Bye. I love you so much.